Rabbi Ben Ezra says that man is not born only to eat, drink, and marry. If it would be so, then his claim that he is superior to animals would be simple and empty boast. Because a bird whose hunger is satisfied cares for nothing, and an animal whose stomach is full of food has no any other desire. He says that he should be very happy that he is related to God, and we all must be very, very grateful to God that he is still with us. He gives his creatures so many gifts and all the necessaries, but God never takes anything in return. All things, joys, sorrows, success, failure, fortune, or misfortune, everything, everything comes from God. So, if we have hardship or calamities, we should also welcome them because they are also His gifts. The sting of each difficulty makes us to go ahead, to move, and not to sit or in rest doing nothing. It is the desire of God. So we should try to get much more learning and ignore all the painful troubles that come on its way. We must have a noble purpose to uplift our soul before us and should not be afraid of the difficulties ahead. But when we talk of having a noble purpose, of spiritual upliftment in our life, then there arises a paradox. Because worldly minded people mock or they make a fun, they laugh at the spiritual achievement, while worldly achievements are nothing in heaven. So we can't get both achievement together. In the world, spiritual achievements are useless, and in the heaven, worldly gains are zero. But Rabbi Ben Ezra is very happy to think that he has achieved not worldly gains but spiritual gains. If his account of achievements is empty in this world, it must be full in the heaven, in the world of God, as he had chosen the path of spiritual progress. If he had not done so, he might have been only an animal, and he will never prefer to come down to the level of animals. Rabbi says that if the soul of a man works only to satisfy the desires of his senses or body and not for upliftment of soul, then he is only an animal. So all the powers, all the energies of soul must be used only to get spiritual progress or for the upliftment of soul. But it doesn't mean that body should be ignored, or Rabbi doesn't say that body is not important, but we must utilize all its powers of body and power of senses only in getting knowledge and experience for the progress of our soul. He pays thanks to God for everything, for his all the given gifts, and says that his glory is wonderful. And now he has understood very well the whole planning, the whole design of human life. When he was young, he saw his power, and now when he has grown old, he is able to see, he is able to feel his perfect love, his mercy on his creatures. Rabbi calls God's plan of the universe is faultless, it is perfect. And he is very grateful to God that he has made him a man. Rabbi prays to God that calling him his maker, that God please remove all my faults, all the defects within me. And he asks God to make his soul perfect. He has faith in his mercy. So he says to God that he trusts him. He trusts that his grace will be for the good of his soul. And it is really very pleasant, no doubt, it is really very pleasant to satisfy all the desires of our body and senses, but the soul lives like a bird. Soul lives like a bird within our body, caught within a cage, or soul feels just like to be shut in prison. Our body is just like a prison for our soul, and it is captured there, it is caught within this cage. It wants to fly, it wants to rise up, it wants freedom from this prison of body. But the body takes it down and keeps it as a prisoner. So not only soul, but body also helps the soul to rises above the world of body, and when it happens, then we should feel pride of it. Rabbi feels pride of that he is greater than an animal. And now Rabbi has grown old, he has stepped into old age. So he requests old age to accept all the knowledge and experiences of his youth very happily. He says that youth is a period of efforts and struggling, while old age is a period of rest as well as a preparation for a new struggle to start a new journey after death. That will be very exciting. He appreciates God and says that now in his old age he has known everything. His heart beats for the perfect planning of God for the universe, and he regards that God is perfect, perfect maker, perfect creator, and whatever he will do will be only in his soul's favor. So Rabbi Ben Ezra is fully prepared to start a new battle in the next life with the help of his God, with the help of his soul, and he will also use both his knowledge and his experience taken in his past. Now his youth is gone, so he will think of his gain, of his loss by having grown old, means he will ponder over what he gained and what he lost. He regards old age as the pure gold because of his intelligence, wisdom, knowledge and experience. He says that he gives a very beautiful example of a goldsmith's fireplace, and he says that in the fireplace of a goldsmith, burning coals turn to ashes in the end, and there remains only pure gold. So now the fire of his youth is also gone, and it has also turned into ashes, and now he has to judge, he has to calculate both the quality and the quantity of the leftover gold, that is his wisdom, his intelligence, and he will praise or he will blame his youth for it, for his intelligence, that is quality or quantity. When he was young, he was doubtful in making decisions, but now being old, he will judge everything.